welcome you all with my love and respects. Nice to be here with you all. Thank you all for being here this evening. Today's subject is Be Unclutched, the science of inner bliss. What do I mean by the word be unclutched? We have two identities. One which we show to the outer world, and the other one which we believe as in the inner world. The identity which we project to the outer world, how we want society to recognize us, how we want the society to respect us. In Sanskrit we use the word ahankar. The identity which we project to the outer world is ahankar. Usually it will be always little more than what we are. And the identity which we believe in the inner world as we are is mamakar. In Sanskrit we use the different word mamakar, which will always be less than what we are. Ahankar will be always little more than what we are. Mamakar will be always less than what we are. Outside we will always be projecting little more than what we are. Inside, we will always be judging us little less than what we are. The superiority complex and inferiority complex. Ahankar and Mamakar. These two identities, identity which we project to the outer world and the identity which we project in the inner world. Our life is the fight between these two identities. Our life is nothing but the fight between these two identities. If you are spending your whole energy expanding the ahankar, the identity which you project to the outer world, your life becomes materialistic. If you are spending your whole life chiseling and developing the mamakar, the identity which you believe as you, your whole life becomes moralistic, suppressing. Understand, working in the outer world with ahankar, working in the inner world with mamakar, both leads to only more and more suffering. Both leads only to more and more depression. Person who works on ahankar, trying to prove, trying to develop the identity which he shows to the outer world, ends up in depression of success around the age of 40 to 45. Of course, if you have lived your life intelligently, you will face success of depression, the depression of success. Means you will achieve what all you want to achieve, but not what far you want to achieve. You would have achieved what all you want to achieve, not what far you want to. Working on the ahankar leads to materialistic life. Working on the mamakar, people who constantly try to develop what they believe as they. People who are constantly working on their personality. Constantly you are trying to create some identity with which they think they can feel satisfied. Working on the ahankar, working on the mamakar, both will lead only to more and more suffering, more and more difficulties, more and more depression. The basic truth is you are much more than these two identities. You are beyond these two identities, the identity which you project to the outer world and the identity which you believe as you. You are beyond these two. This is the basic truth. When you unclutch from these two identities, suddenly you realize you are beyond these two. These two can never bind you. Let me expand the word unclutching. What I mean by the word unclutching? Constantly you are connecting all your thoughts and creating shafts in your mind. For example, the headache which happened 10 years ago, the headache which happened 9 years ago, the headache which happened 8 years ago, they are all independent experiences happened in your life. For the sake of memory or for the easy reference sake, you put all these headache experiences in one file and store in your mind. It is archived just for utility, for reference sake. By and by, you start believing they are really connected. In the initial level, you archive them for the sake of reference, easy reference. Just like how you file the things in your life. Same way, you archive them, you put them in one file and store. After some time, you start believing that all those experiences are connected. The suffering or the pain which happened 10 years ago happened different reason, different purpose, different place, totally different experience. Which happened 9 years ago, a totally different experience, different place, different reason. The pain which happened a few years ago, totally different purpose, different reason. The suffering which happened a few months ago, is totally different reason, different purpose, different place, different space. When you put all these experiences in one file, initially you archive them, you put them in one file for the sake of easy reference. By and by, you start believing them, all of them are connected. When you start believing different experiences of your life is connected, you create a shaft. If you connect all your painful memories, you create pain shaft. My life is suffering. My life is pain. You see your life, you start believing your whole life is a chain of suffering, a long chain of suffering. When you start believing your whole life as a long chain of suffering, you created a pain shaft. And you are waiting only for painful incidents so that you can elongate that shaft. You can develop the shaft. One important thing we should understand, whatever we believe, we expand it. If you believe something, you will again and again see that in your life. You will expand it. That's why Vedic rishis say, Drishti Srishti. You create what you want. Not you see what is. You create what you want. You see. By seeing, you create. Whatever you believe, you will create it. You will expand it. Once you start believing, your life is a pain shaft. You are waiting unconsciously only for painful incidents to strengthen that faith, to strengthen your judgment. We don't usually collect arguments and pass judgment. We just collect arguments to support our judgment. We never collect arguments and pass judgment. The judgment is ready. We only collect arguments to support it. When you are clear that your life is a pain shaft, a big chain of pains, you are waiting for some more painful experiences so that you can strengthen your faith. You can strengthen what you believe. Person who believes life is a pain shaft, unconsciously, constantly is creating, adding to the pain shaft. Second thing, whenever you are adding the painful incidents unconsciously, constantly, consciously you will be trying to break that shaft. If you believe your whole life is the experience of joyful incidents, which is very rare, usually we don't. Even if you believe your life is a shaft of joyful incidents, again, constantly you are in fear. Will it continue? Will it continue? Will it continue in the same way? If you believe it's a pain, you do two things. One, unconsciously adding more and more incidents and strengthening your faith, and consciously fighting to break it, fighting to stop. If you believe it's a joyful chain, it's a chain of joy, unconsciously the deep fear, will it continue in the same way? And consciously trying to elongate. Understand these two big dramas which we do with ourselves. When you believe it's a pain shaft, you try to break consciously, you try to stop. When you believe it's a joy shaft, you try to elongate consciously. But the big difficulty, an important thing which we forget, you can neither break the shaft nor elongate the shaft because the shaft does not exist. The shaft does not exist. You can neither elongate nor break it. You are believing it. When you started archiving all the incidents from your life for the sake of easy reference, you started archiving it just for the sake of easy reference. By and by, you started believing that they are really existentially connected. You connected all the incidents in your life for the sake of utility, easy reference. But after some time, you start believing they are existentially connected to each other. When you start believing existentially they are connected to each other, you believe your life as a pain shaft or joy shaft. When you believe it as a pain shaft, you try to break it. When you start believing this as a joy shaft, you try to elongate it. An important truth which we miss, which we forget, you can neither elongate nor break because the shaft does not exist. It's only your faith, your belief. When you start believing it exists, you try to elongate or you try to break. So many thoughts are flowing in your being constantly. So many different thoughts. Actually, if you sit for 10 minutes and pen down whatever is happening inside without editing, without judging, just as if a transcribing software is being connected to you. If a transcribing the medical transcribing softwares are there, just like the medical transcribing software, as if a software is connected to you. If the whole thing is transcribed without editing, judging, just for 10 minutes, try to do that. Never show to anybody else. Try to do that for 10 minutes and read what you have written. You will understand all your thoughts, whatever is happening in you is illogical, independent and completely unconnected and unclutched. You will see. Try this experiment just for 5 minutes in your house. When you are relaxed, just sit, pen down whatever is going on. Do not judge, do not edit, do not say this is right, this is wrong. If you start judging, you will not allow the natural flow. Whenever you start judging your mind, you are teaching your mind to play hypocritical game with you. Whenever you judge your kids, you are teaching them to hide things from you, that's all. There are three ways to do things. One is do it by yourself, or hire somebody to do, or tell your kids not to do. That's all. It will be done. Either do it by yourself or hire somebody to do. Tell your kids not to do. It will be done. Do not judge. Just see what goes on and pen down and try to read that paper. You will understand your thoughts are completely unconnected, illogical, independent and unclutched. You'll be sitting here, suddenly a thought, let me go and see what is going on in my house. I think tomorrow I should go to my office. No, I should ring up and see what is going on now. Simply thoughts are rising in you like a water bubbles in the fish tank. Just thoughts are flowing. If you look little deep, suddenly you will understand by your very nature you are unclutched. By your very nature there is a gap between one thought and other thought, just like a water bubbles in the fish tank. There is a gap between every bubble, but the gap is too small. You are not able to see through your naked eyes. That's the reason you think it is a continuous stream. It's a continuous stream. If you look little deeply, you will realize your thoughts by your own very nature, by the swabhava, they are completely independent. For example, a small example, you see a dog in the street. Suddenly you remember your pet with which you used to play when you were a child. And suddenly you'll remember the teacher under whom you studied when you were a child. And then next line, where your teacher used to stay. If you see logically, there is no logical connection between the dog which you saw in the street and the teacher under whom you studied. Of course, both of them have barked at you, shouted at you. But there is no logical connection. But simply your mind flows. It's moving. If you look little deep, you will understand your thoughts are illogical, independent, unconnected and unclutched. But you can't live in this wilderness. You can't live with the natural flow. You need a clear-cut idea. You need a clear-cut idea about everything. So you pick up your thoughts and connect them the way in which you wanted. If you believe life is a joy, you pick up all the joyful thoughts and connect them. Create a joy shaft. If you believe your life is a pain, you pick up all the painful thoughts, connect them and create a shaft. Whatever you believe, those thoughts you pick up and connect and create a shaft. If you see as it is, what is going on, it will be a mixture, illogical mixture of pain, joy and everything. You can't even make a percentage, understand? To study and make an average, percentage and all those things, you need a clear logic. If you look little deeply, it won't be even that much logical. You can't even logically make percentage. Means I had 100 thoughts, 40 of them are related to pain, 50 of them are related to joy, 10 of them are just illogical. You can't make, because even the thoughts which are related to joy or pain, the depth will be totally different. The depth will be totally different. You can't make any logical statements You can't make any logic, you can't come to any logical conclusion. Thoughts as such which is happening is completely illogical, independent, unconnected and unclutched. For your easy reference, you start archiving them. All the painful memories, all the painful experiences, all the painful thoughts, you connect them and create a shaft. All the joyful memories, all the joyful thoughts, all the joyful experiences, you connect them and create the shaft of joy. Once you start believing the pain shaft or joy shaft, you are in trouble. Naturally, you will try to elongate or break the shaft. You can neither elongate nor break because the shaft does not exist.